Same time, if I'm Miami, I'm putting him in pick and roll. I got to see if Şengün can move those feet and keep Tyler Hero from getting downhill. You know what I mean? But I think that's the matchup right there. Tyler Hero has to get going, and if he gets going, it can be a long game. Like we said, they have been in almost every game. Then late in the fourth quarter, that's when they lose the lead. Like look at the other night, they lost off a buzzer beater.
That's a great point. Not only putting somebody on Tyler, but making Tyler play defense, putting him in actions and making wearing him out in time. Good thing about Houston, they have multitude of bodies that can guard. So you have Amin Thompson, you have Dylan, who's not in the lineup, but you have Amin Thompson. So you have guys on the bench like Cam Whitmore. You got Tari Eason, who can guard multiple positions. You got Jabari Smith, can use his length and can guard. They have a lot of guys with size that can guard multiple positions and cause havoc. Even Jalen Green has stepped up his defensive role and can guard Tyler Hero. So the fact that you have those bodies, you can throw different looks at them, different people at them.
This is crazy. This is just to your point. The Heat are second in the NBA with 17 losses for blowing leads in the fourth quarter. That is a wild.
Like you said, I think
sounds like Minnesota last year, kind of not blowing leads, but they just couldn't close in the fourth.
And
they found a way.
You win half of those games, and you're in a completely different position.
Yeah, I think so. I think, like we said, though, like they knew going down the fourth quarter, they had Jimmy. That's who we going to. That's the guy that's going to create and make everything happen for us. And it kind of took the pressure off of Tyler, even though he had that confidence. But I think now he has to be that guy, keep the confidence, and also make the plays for them to win those games.
Andrew Wiggins. What is the best version of Andrew Wiggins for this team?
That's tough to say, man. We have to figure that out. I think he also has to figure it out. But to me, if he goes back to his Minnesota days, because it's not the same system as Golden State. What he did with Golden State in those finals, it's a different type of play. He's not going to be able to do that or replicate that here. He can try, but they're going to need him to give Tyler Hero a break and Terry Rozier a break sometime to play on the ball some, but kind of emulate that just a little bit by rebounding, defending, slashing to the basket, cutting. But offensively, he's going to give him a little bit more of pick and rolls and knocking down shots and hitting some threes. So if he just plays like what we've seen in the past, what he's done in Golden State and Minnesota, I think that it'll help lift Miami's spirits, not only their play and the winning column, but also just their atmosphere and energy.
It's interesting we talk about those losses in the fourth quarter. Obviously, the players are on the court, but Eric Spoelstra gets a ton of credit with this team when the team is going well. I mean not to blame the coach, but at the same time, how much goes on to the coaching staff?
It goes to a lot of, but I think he's doing a great job of drawing up the game plan, putting the X's and O's. But at the same time, us as players are the ones that's out there. We're the ones that have to execute the defensive game plan, and on the offense end, we got to be the ones that make those plays. So as long as they're not turning the ball over and they're getting good shots, you can live with that, even though you want to get the win. But if you're not running a great offensive set and you're turning the ball over, you're not giving yourself a chance to win.
No, I don't think much goes on to Spo. Spo's proven.
So
not much is falling apart, maybe a little bit, but Spo's proven he knows what he's doing. It's kind of the players have to bring it up, pick it up. I think it's injuries more so than anything, and just energy and effort and doing a little thing. So Spo might take some of the blame, but we know Spo is a proven veteran coach, and he can get any group to win. So, a lot of it, I think more of it is on the player side.
Oh, you might take the bait. Didn't take the bait. That's okay. Those are two leaders right there.
And I like what Spo said the other day. I think before their last game, he was like, he wanted to talk to Tyler Hero, he talked to Bam. Those were the first guys in the gym, like putting the work in. Even though they're going through that slump, they're not the ones that's running from putting the work in and being the leaders of the team. Like even before the last game, you seen it. Bam was in the huddle talking to the guys before the game. Like you probably wouldn't see Bam doing that before, but I think he's letting everybody know we're trying to figure it out. We're in a funk right now, but I'm still going to be the leader. And when it's ups and downs, you can't hide from that.
No, Spo's a fantastic coach. There's no doubt about that. Hey, this is good news for the Houston Rockets. Amin Thompson back in the lineup, back in the starting lineup.
Another body to guard
6 games. So this is terrible news for the Heat.
This is not good news
for the Rockets.
It's amazing. It's amazing news for the Rockets, but for the Heat, I don't think this is good news.
Yeah, that's tough.
I mean, athletically, just rank him. Tell me where you see, because a lot of people, he's so freakish defensively.
He's one.
Yeah.
I don't
like he's at the top with like John Moran,
his brother,
Anthony Edwards, his brother. Like they take off from far out. They have reflexes like a cat. So they're unbelievable, man, with what they can do. It's just all about staying healthy and keeping your body, as long as you can.
I see some of that guy right there too, Tyler Hero. Rockets and Heat. We got the starting lineups coming up.
When you're a sports fan, nothing beats being there. Go with that. Platinum. you never missed. Big Ball. That's the powerful backing of American Express.
People are good. For laughs, for snorts, for cries, and goodbyes. People are good for doing nothing or getting up to something. People are good. For you and me. Let's enjoy it together.
New Chipotle Honey Chicken brings a hint of pure honey and seared smoked peppers with fresh chicken hot off the grill. For Chipotle heat with a touch of sweet and a perfectly balanced sauce. Chipotle Honey Chicken takes heat and sweet to a whole new level.
When choosing the right gear to cut, trim, or mow your yard, Ace has all the power you need to get the job done right. Because gas or battery, your local Ace is the destination with the best power brands all under one roof, like Steel, Ego, Milwaukee, and Toro. And with free assembly and delivery or ready for pickup in 15 minutes, conquering your outdoor projects has never been easier. Round the block, what you need in stock, with service so good it's guaranteed.
Has your car insurance gone up recently? You're not alone. But did you know that finding a better rate is easier than you think? Compare.com brings car insurance savings to you. Compare your car insurance rates now at compare.com. The whole process takes less than 10 minutes. Drivers can save over $740 a year, and you can check for savings at any time. It's also completely free. So take the wheel and start driving towards savings. Go to compare.com now and start saving today. That's compare.com.
There's an easier way. From painting and cleaning to repairs and more. Taking care of your home is with Thumbtack. Download the Thumbtack app and start caring for your home today.
All right, starting lineups presented by CarMax. And again, Amen Thompson back in the lineup after missing 6 games, making that Houston lineup look so much more formidable. How does that change the matchups here now?
I think it changed a lot. I think you can put Dylan Brooks on Bam. I think you put Thompson Hero. You know what I mean? Those two guys are their best 2 defenders, but you got to see how it goes. But that's what I would do.
I just think it makes you more dynamic defensively. You have multiple bodies that you can put on Tyler Hero, switch down the line. Those guys, they're a big lineup, more athletic, can run the floor. Lyman Thompson. So yeah, him, Dylan Brooks, Green, they all can switch down the line. Fred obviously is crafty, knows how to get steals, what they call blocks now. So those guys can get a lot of deflections with that group.
So Jaime Jaquez, we didn't get a chance to talk about him. What have you seen from his game this year? Obviously, he hasn't taken a big leap. The minutes have been down at times. I mean, how would you assess what you've seen?
Well, I think it's tough. It's like he comes off the bench. Sometimes he gets a lot of minutes. Then if somebody get hurt, he jumps into the starting lineup. So his role kind of switches because if he's off the bench, he's a guy they might go to and let him be like a point forward for them in the second unit. But in the first unit, it's like he don't know where to find his spot when you have Hero, Wiggins, and Bam. So he's kind of lost out there. So I think he's just trying to find his niche and try to find a role where he can find some confidence.
Growing pains, man. It's the life of an NBA player, especially when you're a young NBA player and make a lot of changes. When your star player sits out and doesn't want to play, wants to be traded, and you have a whole new group of 4 or 5 guys coming in, and you don't know where your role is, and you have other guys taking the keys to the city. Tyler's taking over now, Bam. So you're just trying to figure it out. And he's only a second-year player, so it's going to get. I give him some grace. It's going to take some time, but I think he'll be back to his normal self and more consistent probably next year.
Is that a situation where you want like a vet to maybe go talk to him, or
it helps.
Just got to figure that out on his own?
A little bit of both. It helps to have a coach. It helps to have a vet. Yeah. But ultimately, it comes down to him, and he's shown he has that in him. He has some dog in him to be able to fight and play and hoop against anybody. He's not scared. He's fearless. He's just to find that in himself again and that confidence and get back to balling like he was last year.
Okay, what do we need to see from the Miami Heat here to like snap this losing streak?
Well, I think they got to play hard like they always do with Heat culture for sure. But I think if the game is close in that fourth quarter, you got to have guys make plays. That's when your stars make plays, find the right people, and they've been in a lot of close games. They just can't close them out. So they got to make some shots, have some confidence.
If it's close in the fourth quarter, it's over, basically. They got to get up high enough.
Are you saying just confidence-wise?
They need to make sure they need a barrage of threes. Everybody needs to shoot 80, 90%. Get up 20 points. So in your fourth quarter, you're safe. Because if it's a close game, these close games, for some reason, they're just not able to execute and close down the stretch. So they got to be up by 10 or 15 cushion. Because if it's close, I just don't trust it.
And that's scary because, like, the Rockets was down, like, 20 the other night. even though they playing a team that didn't have a lot of their players, they still came back and got a win that we thought the game was over. So that might can work, but they got to have a great game. They got to play and not think that they lost their last nine in a row. They got to think that they won a game or just try to find some confidence from everybody.
And don't forget, the Rockets are scoring almost 124 points per game over their last 7.
Yes.
And now you add Amen Thompson into the mix.
Well, it's hot in Miami. They're going to try to get out in transition, and they athletic, so they're going to try to get on the rim.
They had a fun night last night.
Yeah, when did they arrive in Miami?
They hope they had a fun night last night. Don't have their legs right now. So.
All right, we're going to go out to Eric Reed, John Crotty. We'll see you guys at the half.
Officials are Ed Malloy, C.J. Washington, and Sui Ashmeta. Heat Nation, off we go on another Miami NBA adventure. And you keep hoping that tonight will be the night. It's lobbing for Ware. It's broken up by Sengun and the Rockets. The lob and the slam dunk for Jalen Green. They have great young athletes that can get out, run the basketball. That's 2 of them right there, with Thompson going over top to Jalen Green on the 2-on-1. Looked like they were playing that lob action there. Sengun really hung back, preventing that lob. Here to miss the runner off the glass. Down back to mine. It's 20 games above 500. The lob for Ware, the throwdown. Bam with 9 of the lob pass, big to bigger. An active cut there. More aggressive going to the over top of Sengun to set up that lob. It's good at shutting people down in the paint and flourish in the painted area. Best rebounding team in the league. Sengun out to Jalen Green. He's so athletic. Tries past Wiggins, but the rebound out to Bam Adebayo. Bam and Ware in the front court together. They try to connect again. Yes, in Sengun. Hold him ahead of Wiggins. And that's an unforced turnover for mine. It's been a problem. Turnovers. Miami's got to be efficient tonight to give themselves more opportunities. Here's a great pass and read. With Bam going right over the top there. And how about Ware in the activity? Had a smaller defender on, and Dylan Brooks was able to step on it back door. John Hawkes has started 4 of the last 5 games. 15th start of his second year. This is the veteran Dylan Brooks. Brings justice for the Rockets. So a guy that gets you 14 points a game season out of Oregon. Has a point forward for Miami. Against Jalen Green. A corner 3. Come in. Adebayo tripled twice in his 30-point game against Detroit on Wednesday. Expect the fact make that shot come out. Brought him further away from the 57 triples this year for Bam Adebayo. Quick 3 for the Rockets. Fred VanVleet, your point guard at a Wichita State. What a great addition he was a couple of years ago. Hawkes missing the jump hook. Comes up Thompson. Second-year pro. We saw his brother the other night with Detroit. George Thompson had a very good game. Backs away from Jalen Green. 4th-year phenom. A long 2. Brings out to Kalilway. They're coming off a 14-point, 12-rebound game. His double-double of his rookie year. See where that ranks among Heat rookies and among Heat rookies. Here comes Bam. Bam on the pass, and the Heat turn it over for the 3rd time. Here's the first 3 downs. This is Amen Thompson coming in on Kalilway. Good recovery by Hero. The closeout to Brooks. Dylan Brooks going one-on-one with success. Second score for him. Second season with a Rock. Using his size. Other Heat. 2 field goals, 4 early turnovers. Brooks finishing in, so he's got 6. Rockets lead by 6, and Brooks a backflip. Wiggins for three. Seven straight points for the Rockets. With just a little more than 4 minutes in. Dylan Brooks, first 6 years, part of that grit and grind group in Memphis. And Boone, two open. From about 8 feet out. Comes Tyler here. Driving and pulling up on Brooks and smashing it in. Johnny's got proficient with a one-handed run. So, pull up in that mid-range. To me, that was my favorite space, that mid-range area, being able to create off the dribble because he gets such a natural rhythm to it. Love the way Weir can those long arms out for extended reach. Pretty good. Forwards for the Hero against Van Fleet. Runs into Brooks. That's the 6th turnover of the quarter already for the Heat. So what's been against two different defenders. Comes up empty. Another blocked by
Hello?
Hi, Gemini.
Okay, can we talk about this photo I just took?
Sure, just add it and we'll talk.
Can you take a look at this giant hole?
That hole is easier to repair than it looks. Okay, let's talk about how to get rid of that spider.
Run that back.
Attach the braces to support me.
That's what to what? Go back a step.
No problem. Let's go back to step 3.
I'm only on step 3. Ding, ding.
Challenges are our greatest opportunities. We take them on, make our most extraordinary dreams real. Introducing the most capable Honda ever dreamt of. All new Ford Trailsport. Built for limitless nation.
Having insurance isn't the same as having a big farm. It's like getting Bateman when you need the protection of Pat.
Just one. So long.
That's why you need real here.
Go home, Bateman. Do a podcast. Something.
That's hurtful.
So don't settle for just any insurance. State Farm.
Further, they also watch all. Okay, not fashionable, but the lenses did B-Dub's vision. Hey, I don't have a
Gatorade, the world's most sports drink. It fuels the best because it is the best. Gatorade, is it in you?
I think we got one that's going to interest John Crowdy. You're in the game. 15 for Retro Heat. That QR code. Purchase for you, friends, loved ones. Udoka, second-year head coach of the Rockets, originally from Portland, for the 2024. Former assistant coach with the Spurs, an assistant coach with Brooklyn under Steve. Coach of the Celtics, 21-20. Led them to 51 wins and the number 2 seed. Conference championship and a loss to Golden State. And then he was the following year by resurfaces in John sort of restakes himself as one of the better head coaches in the NBA. He has brought a culture of physicality, defense, buy-in factor. They're the number 2 team right now. Competitive West. Done a great young sort of group of Houston was putting together. He's given them discipline, holding them. Gives them an edge. Got his game face on. Goes by Sengun, a rebound for Clinton. We got the audience enjoying the game. Welcome. Wiggins, Hero stepping for the score. This the twist variety of offense from Andrew Wiggins. It's joining the Tari Eason, the third-year man at LSU off the Rockets bench. The Heat collide on the rebound and lose it off the hands of Hero.
Can't give these guys too many opportunities. They're number one association in offensive rebounding, so you got to make extra certain to block out, and then you got to pursue every loose ball, every long rebound.
It's missed 6 straight shots as Van Vliet negotiates through the defense. That's a kick. Shot clock was at 4. It gets reset to 14. And to reset the stage for both of these teams as Steven Adams comes in for Şengün. Rockets are second place in the West, 12.5 games behind the Thunder, but just a game ahead of Denver, a game and a half in front of the Lakers, and 2 games left with both of those playing. Pretty soft jumper from Jalen Green, only 23 years old. Second pick back in the 2021 draft, and John this year blossoming into a terrific NBA player, 21 points a game.
Yeah, really talented. Struggled the last time these two teams faced from a shooting perspective, but over this 8-game winning streak, it's been averaging over 27 points a game. It's been awesome.
Hero off the bobble finds a wide open Bam Adebayo. Airballed that through. 4-point Rockets lead. Tip for Dillon Brooks, who will fire. Bam with a box out for the rebound of Tari Eason. The deflection by Khalil Ware, and it comes down to Hero sliding past Van Vliet, setting up Bam. The pump fake and the score, and the foul on Steven Adams.
I love the pace there for Miami. Best way to attack an excellent defensive team is take advantage in transition. Tyler able to find Bam on the baseline before that defense was up, and Bam able to ball fake Steven Adams, draw him into some contact, and one opportunity for Big Bam.
And Bam going to the free throw stripe for the first time tonight, coming off a 30-point, 9-rebound, 8-assist game against the Pistons in that heart-aching 3-point loss to Detroit on Wednesday night. He took about 3 difficult losses to the same Pistons team this year.
That was a tough loss. Bank getting 3 over top of excellent defense. It was soul crushing. It doesn't get easy. You got to keep pressing forward.
John, I can't believe what we've just seen again. The minute Davion Mitchell comes into the game, he makes a defensive play that catches your eye, getting over the top of a screen by Dillon Brooks and forcing the official to call a foul on Brooks.
It's tough on your body, but he has that speed and quickness. He's built so strong as a shorter guy, able to fight through those screens and draw that contact.
Oh, Tyler connecting on the runner. 2 inside scores for Tyler Hero. Ties the game at 13. Had jumped in front by 6 early. He would jump right back in. Here's Van Vliet. Using the pick and roll with Steven. Did not re-enter. Tari Eason with a jump hook. Way off the mark, and it'll be deep ball. Defense playing his 48th game this year. Former first-round pick out of LSU. Tyler Hero, he's been the Heat's leading man all year at almost 24 points a game. So a big playmaking force there. Oh, Robinson's pass through the hands of Ice. The Heat's 6th turnover in the quarter. Could not capitalize. Taylor High, the man who started a career high 40 games for the Heat. Hillel. Come on. 30th triple from a 7-foot rookie out of Indiana.
He's capable of making those shots. Love how he got his feet set on that one. He backed off it, let it rip.
Steven Adams gonna let it rip. A rebound and a slam dunk for Adams, who has traditionally been one of these better offensive rebounders.
Over 18 points a game and second chance opportunities. Great example there on what they can do if you don't block them out.
Hero on the move, Adams with a rebound. They are the best rebounding team in the league. Offensive rebounding, total rebounds, rebound margin, the second chance points. Tough team. Green for 3. Ricochets down to Davion Mitchell. Davion Mitchell playing in his game since joining the Heat. He's been a spark plug recently off the bench defensively. Duncan on a beautiful bounce back. Robinson able to lay it in off a great assist from the big man for Ware. The 3-point lead. So there's 3 minutes left, first quarter. That's Tariq Eason, and he drills the triple. First score tonight for Eason, who averages 12.5 points a game. We're tied at 18. Khalil Ware. It's a turn in the corner on Brooks, able to score. A hard driving, pretty good finishing point guard in Davion Mitchell.
Solid read. So he's looking at Steve in a drop coverage, staying with Ware to prevent the lob, and Mitchell just takes it right to the hole there. Nice decision by the young point guard.
Can't believe Adams got that. Good for you should have a veteran point guard and quarterback.
Love the start for the big man, Khalil Ware. They're playing off him. Steven Adams not closing out. He lets it go out beyond the arc. And the read finding the gap to the cutter. Duncan Robinson on the back door. It's a close one with the Heat up by 2 early.
People are good for laughs, for snorts, for cries, and goodbyes. People are good for doing nothing or getting up to something. People are good for you. Jim Beam. Best enjoyed together. This isn't just for me. This is for everyone who ever doubted me. And the millions of SoFi members who defy financial doubts every day. Because when you earn more money, save more money, and have a game plan for your finances, there's no stopping your generational ambition. Celebrate financial independence with the official bank of the NBA. SoFi, get your money right.
When you're a small business owner, your to-do list can be a lot.
For helpful.
Invoicing. Progressive makes it easy to see if you can save money with a commercial auto quote online, so you can get back to all your other to-dos. Get a quote at progressivecommercial.com.
New Chipotle Honey Chicken brings a hint of pure honey and seared smoked peppers with fresh chicken hot off the grill. For Chipotle heat with a touch of sweet and a perfectly balanced sauce. Chipotle Honey Chicken takes heat and sweet to a whole new level.
It's a doubleheader full of fireworks. First, Butler returns to Miami for the first time since the trade. And he's the Warriors. Bring the firepower against Tyler Hero, Bam, and then SGA is putting up MVP numbers. And he and the Thunder bring the noise to Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, and the high-flying Kings. Only one way to find out. Tune in. Warriors Heat, Thunder Kings, Tuesday on TNT.
As we come back here watching Heat basketball, you see Eric Spoelstra last night at Marquette Stadium throwing out the first pitch during the Kings game against FSU, and his pitch was just a bit outside. Although there with his sons enjoying the action on the night off, I asked Spo pregame joking. I said, Spo, what happened? You know, I was trying to walk it in, really feel it. Then my left leg kind of went a little too far left, and the ball got away from me a little high and outside. So, you know what? Let's just call it some high heat, throwing, pushing back the battery. Let's just leave it at that. But Spo having a good time with his family, watching some UN baseball last night. Eric, John, back to you.
Great investigative reporting, Will. You got the skinny on the near wild pitch.
Will's on.
Steven Adams to the free throw strike with 2:04 left here in the first quarter, and the Heat ahead by 2. While we have a moment, a message from Morgan & Morgan.
We're the Morgan Boys. I'm Matt, Mike, and I'm Dan.
Our family has been fighting for families for over 35 years.
So if you're injured, call Morgan & Morgan.
Same maneuver by Heat head coach Eric Spoelstra. He has brought Kevin Love in off the bench. Since starting 3 games in a row, Love has gone 7 in a row without playing. John, they could use his ability to rebound in a game like that.
Well, 2 bigs on the Houston. That's really what's triggered that substitution. Kevin hasn't been playing as of late, but with Şengün and big Steven Adams in there, need 2 bigs up front.
And in kind of a soft spot in what looked like a 2-3 zone for the Raptors. Bam Adebayo, 7 early points on 3 of 4 shooting for the Heat. Ahead by 4. Look out. Amen Thompson down the runway for the score. For the 22-year-old, originally from Oakland, California. Played at Pinecrest as a junior here in Broward County. Smith from Bam. Bam Adebayo with his second assist tonight reaches 2,000 in his NBA career. Just 4 away from Mario Chalmers for 4th place on the Heat all-time assist list. Another way to get a good defense. Smith with a steal. That's another one. Dishing back to Duncan. To Hayward. In the Bam and through the Bam. The Heat have tied a season high right now with 8 turnovers in a quarter. 4th time it's happened this year. That was assist 2K for Bam Adebayo. Keep saying it about Bam. With every Heat legend he passes on the record books, more of a Heat legend does Bam Adebayo become. Ball thrown behind Şengün. This is Tari Eason with 3 on the shot clock. He's double teamed. Don't foul. Well, they forced the air ball in a shot clock violation.
Opportunistic double team by Bam Adebayo. Hayward ties him up, and when Bam comes down to help, just completely locks him up, using the clock against him too. His only option, typical contested fadeaway.
Davion Mitchell using the Adebayo screen. It's Burr in a 2-3 zone. Highsmith an open corner 3. Highsmith, 39% shooter from the edges. It's his 71st 3 of the year, his first score of the game, and it's the lead to 7.
He gets those big sets.
The Heater squad so far with 7 seconds left in the opening quarter. Thompson got fouled and got a good roll on Kevin Love foul, and then Thompson get a chance at a 3-point play.
Guy just oozes athleticism in his second year at 6'7". When he puts it down on the floor, just so fast, crosses over, gets to the hesitation and backs off the bigger Kevin Love. Goes reeling backwards there. He's really stepped it up from a year ago, he was second team all rookie a season ago, averaging 14.8 boards this season.
Yeah, he's improved his scoring and rebounding this year. Played in 62 games last year. This is his 60th game this year. 33 starts for him. Of course, he sat out recently with a sprained ankle, but you can see his athleticism. Boy, 22-year-old. The miss inside them the first quarter from Davion Mitchell. But a good quarter for the home team that's trying to shed a 9-game losing streak. The Heat take 12 of their first 8 shots. Through 1 quarter in Miami. Heat 27, Houston 23.
Gatorade, the world's most superior sports drink, designed to rehydrate, replenish, and refuel. It fuels the best because it is the best. Gatorade, is it in you?
For these bad boys, I can watch all the TVs at Buffalo Wild Wings. Won't miss any March Madness. Doug City for 3. Nice shot. Look great.
You look great.
We do not look great. Let's go sports bar.
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned.
Go on.
I think I got away with something I shouldn't have. The temptation, it was too much.
What did you do?
Well, I got a brand new Hyundai. I fully.
Holy Santa Fe.
Enjoy the new car.
Yes, thank you.
A Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Deal so right, it almost feels wrong. Get 2.99% APR for 72 months on select Hyundai vehicles. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today.
Has your car insurance gone up recently? You're not alone. But did you know that finding a better rate is easier than you think? Compare.com brings car insurance savings to you. Compare your car insurance rates now at compare.com. The whole process takes less than 10 minutes. Drivers can save over $740 a year, and you can check for savings at any time. It's also completely free. So take the wheel and start driving towards savings. Go to compare.com now and start saving today. That's compare.com.
There's an easier way. From fixing your cabinets to cleaning your countertops, taking care of your home is easy with Thumbtack. Download the Thumbtack app and start caring for your home today.
The Miami Heat presents Quick to Concert. You and three friends could win tickets to see the Miami Heat take on Washington at home here on the 13th of April with a pregame experience, plus your choice between upcoming Paseo Center shows. Scan the QR code right now. Enter for your chance to win. Now, Miami looks like they're headed to the play-in tournament for the third straight year. Right now, they're at number 10. Chicago Bulls won in Sacramento last night, so the Heat find themselves a half game behind the Bulls, who they play in Chicago on April 9th. They're 2.5 behind the Magic, who they split 4 games with. They're 4 games behind the Hawks, and he's lost 2 out of 3 to Atlanta, and has a home game next Thursday against Atlanta.
Tough first quarter in terms of managing the basketball on the Miami side. 8 turnovers. They average just under 14 a game, so that is a really high percentage of turnovers in the first quarter. But Miami had the advantage either way, though, by 4 points, being able to hold the Rockets to 41%.
Jabari Smith Jr. drilling a corner 3. Talented third-year forward of Auburn. 6'10", 220, and an NBA body right out of Auburn. He's made 83 triples this season for them. He's become a force as a starter for the most part, but recently coming off the bench for the Rockets. Mark Smith starting 39 of his 49 games. Bam, one-legged from a dotted line. It comes down at 1 point he would. Let's get started here in quarter number 2. Mitchell out guarding 6'10" Jabari Smith. Reaches in, knocked it free, but Eason has it. And gets fouled by Kevin Love. The second foul on Kevin Love since entering the game just 3 minutes.
Love the pressure by Davion Mitchell out front. Really attacking, moving his feet so well laterally and out of the stance, but that loose ball went right into the hands of Eason, who allowed him to get downhill there and draw the foul. Duncan Robinson will pick up his first personal.
The Rockets are 45 and 25. That's the 4th best record in the league. They also have the 4th best home record at 26 and 10. Sit underneath. John, offensive glass. That is what they do. They average almost 15 offensive rebounds per game. They already have 5.
Let me tell you what's unique about them from an offensive rebounding perspective. Most teams would have what's called defensive balance. They'll rotate at least 2 players into the backcourt to prevent a run out. They set 4 guys at the rim, and they go, everybody runs right at the basket there. So they have a percentage chance with the length and the athleticism that they have on the floor running an extra man at that basket. They make you pay if you don't block out on a loose ball.
There's such a key component to defense, the defensive rebound. We all understand how deflating offensive rebounds and second chance points are when they come against you. So Eason gives the Rockets a 1-point lead. It's 8 straight points for Houston, a streak that comes to an end on Haywood Highsmith's second triple. Highsmith off the bench with a pair of first hits. Puts the Heat up by 2. He's hit 4 of their first 6 from downtown, and includes no 3-point attempts yet from Tyler Hero. And Boone wheels in and Bam with a goaltend. Shot that looked like it was going to come up short.
Yeah, it looked like it was clearly on its way down here. Got to hit it on the way up. Once it hits its apex on the way down, and I think you're right. I think it would have caught it. But Şengün really does a nice job for that point and being a real threat at 19 points.
That's his first 2 of the game. Goes at 30 with 10 minutes left in the first half. Bio double team. 4 on the shot clock for a Mitchell 3. Got it. Oh, he trained that. A line drive home run for Davion Mitchell. A lead on target from downtown.
A good shot by him to take what the defense gives you. They kind of slid underneath. Bam. Triple handoff. His feet set.
He's down at 2-3. John Van Fleet bombs over the top for his second triple.
Really knocked down a bunch of shots. Champion with 2019, really led that team as an all-star in 22.
Oh, Mitchell, pop out, comes down at the rock. Thompson. Smith from the corner. And the rebound is down to Davion. And Robinson. All-time leader in threes. Evans baseline, he's had 3 years with over 200 triples. Highsmith from the corner. And the long arms of Jabari Jr. with a rebound. His dad was a college player at LSU. He also spent 5 years in the NBA. Robin Shingun. Shot. Wheeling in, missing the hook, and the rebound in a Brandon Thompson. Shingun hammered it down. Can we just talk about the deflation of second chance points when they come on your team? 2-point Houston lead here in 9.
This tax season, do more than just catch up. Spring forward with a free 5G phone with select Straight Talk plans. So you can spring for those new sneakers they need. Oh, those are the unlimited streaming he needs. And with Straight Talk, spring for something you never knew you needed. Spring forward with real unlimited data and get a free 5G phone with select plans on America's most reliable 5G network. Find us at Walmart and StraightTalk.com.
You'll be back. Emu can help people customize and save with Liberty Mutual.
Well, I'll be. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Oh.
Huh? Nature sure is full of wonders. Red Bull gives you wings.
The new Red Bull Spring Edition with a taste of grapefruit and blossom, with and without sugar.
People are good. For laughs, for snorts, for cries, and goodbyes. People are good for doing nothing or getting up to something. People are good. For you, Jim Beam. Best enjoyed together.
Touches of black. They say a lot without having to say much. They stand for elegance, refinement, and prestige. Even a little can go a long way. And though they're darker than the darkest night, they make you see everything in a new light. Get 1.9% APR for up to 60 months on the purchase of select new 2025 Sportage and 2025 Sorrento models.
Sacco for the Rooms to Go Lounge. We're celebrating the 25th annual Miami Heat Family Festival, and you are invited to be part of the fun. Join us on March 22nd for an afternoon alongside your favorite players at the Kaseya Center, all benefiting the Miami Heat Charitable Fund. Tickets are going fast, so come make memories with us and enjoy a festival with food, basketball, and fun by logging on to heat.com/familyfestival now. From the beautiful Rooms to Go Lounge, I'm Kelly Sacco. Now let's send it back to the broadcast.
Thank you very much, Kelly Sacco. We always look forward to the Family Festival outside the arena. Supposed to be a beautiful weather day tomorrow on an off NBA Saturday for the Heat. Always a great time out of
Yeah, really is.
Try to come hungry. I think tomorrow's a good day to skip breakfast.
I always put a pounding hurting on that family festival too. This is option there.
We got 8:20 left here in the second quarter. The Heat trailing Houston 35-33. Rockets already feasting with 5 offensive rebounds. Highsmith for 3 off the back rim, and it's tipped over to Jabari Smith Jr. Here's Van Vliet, a pull-up through. Welcome to the NBA. Pull-up threes is part of the package in transition.
Transition, passing up could be better looks at times, but shooters are going to shoot, that's for sure. Van Vliet's so good out there.
8 straight points for the Rockets, 9 first-half points for Fred Van Vliet, who's got 3 of their 5 triples. Jabari Smith to the paint, tangled up at foul. The Rockets will keep coming at you offense. And there's no doubt about that. Third team foul on the Heat. The first personal foul on Wood High School. Jabari Smith Jr. to the free throw stripe. He's averaging 12 points, almost 7 rebounds a game here in his third NBA season. Let's pause for a word from Star.
Music to my ears. You don't have ears. Star, it's different.
Jabari Smith Jr., the third pick out of Auburn back in 2022. Played well for them over the last 8 games, 16 points a game. Remember, he missed 22 games earlier this year when he broke his left hand back in early January. But, John, right now the Rockets are as healthy as they've been all season. Only rookie Reed Shepherd is out. And Tyler Hill. They are 3 for their first from the foul. But they do have a 5-point lead. A 7-point lead early. Wiggins is back on the court. It's to his left. For the runway. Good defense, but a foul on Şengün. First foul on fourth-year center.
High pick and roll action. Bam setting the screen, and Wiggins turning the corner, coming off it shoulder to shoulder here, going right at Şengün and drawing the foul. Couldn't get into the hands there, Wiggins. That'll be Wiggins' first 2 free throws.
But tomorrow, Saturday morning, part of the rites of passage down here in Miami. Tommy Tighe and the Miami Heat Weekly Radio Show on 560 WQAM begins at 10 a.m. This week's guests include Heat Senior Director of Team Development Ruth Riley Hunter, Heat coach Davion Mitchell, as well as Skyforce Assistant Coach Jason Johnson. All that and more on Heat Weekly Saturdays, 10 in the morning, AM 560 WQAM. Khalil Ware comes back in for the Heat. He'll replace Bam Adebayo, who sits with 7 points, 3 assists, and a couple rebounds. Ware had 5.4 rebound first quarter. John, the Heat in desperate need of everybody, including Andrew Wiggins. During this 9-game losing streak, they're averaging under 102 points per game. They've been without Wiggins, who's given them 18 points a night the last 2. It's not something they can really afford at this point.
No, he really does give them an option. Makes the game easier for both Tyler and too, because the team would be concerned about Wiggins' ability to score.
Şengün got deep. The hook shot rolls in for Alperen Şengün. 19 points and 10.5 rebounds per game.
Yeah, and over 50% shooting because he can get down low with those high percentage shots. The jump hooks, the turnaround jumper.
Wiggins got stripped but fat.
The power right here. They can wear right inside, uses that size. Got excellent footwork, faking to the baseline, coming back to the middle with the right hand hook. He's got a nice touch on that shot. Consistently will score in the paint. And if you just play off him, he has that versatility to bounce outside and make jumpers with range.
Andrew Wiggins spent his first 5.5 seasons with Minnesota, the last 6 years with the Golden State Warriors. Comes over in the Jimmy Butler deal for Miami in his 11 games with the Heat, John. Points, 4 rebounds a game, almost 5 free throw attempts a game. His problem is he's missed a bunch with some injury.
The thing that I like that he brings too is that the team high 4.8 free throw attempts a game since the trade. And the team really needs those easier baskets traditionally. And, you know, they give, obviously, they manufacture points, but they also give you a chance to get back.
5 points for Wiggins, 4-point lead for the Rockets. He still in that 2-3 zone defense. Şengün against Look at the double comes from Davion Mitchell. Jabari Smith for 3. Good outside basketball for the Rockets. Second triple for the 21-year-old Jabari. He's got 6 points off the bench. The lead by 7. Matches their largest lead. Ware swish. Ware. Pretty soft baseline jump shot. Ware with 7 points on 3 of 3 shooting. Halfway through the second quarter. Smith switches out to Jalen Green. 6 on the shot clock. Smith Jr. And Highsmith deflecting the rebound toward Tyler Hill. Here comes Wiggins. Oh, through the legs of Galel, able to recover. Wiggins from the corner.
How about that ball movement? From the left wing, Davion Mitchell rifles it across. One extra pass from Haywood to Wiggins gets him a comfy corner triple.
Down the Heat with 13 assists on their 16 scores. Miami shooting 59%. Dylan Brooks has it rim out. Rebound batted out to Davion Mitchell. Trailing by 2. There were 5 minutes left in the half. The 3 taken yet by the guy who is 6 in the league and made threes, Tyler Hero. Wiggins with 6 to shoot. Yes. Andrew Wiggins, welcome back. Wiggins with 10 points in 10 minutes. He's got the Heat's last 10 points.
What a difference it makes giving the Heat more firepower.
Şengün almost traveled, turns it over on the errant pass. It's picked by Wiggins. Tied at 43. Mitchell. Wiggins from the left side attacked. Well, Mitchell saving that in the Wiggins with 6 on the shot.
This match here.
Adams, Hero cutting in. And Hero drawing a foul. He had the labor to get himself to the free throw stripe. The foul is on Jabari Smith Jr.
Wiggins really making his presence felt. Good hard take, and then the back step, great that mid-range jump shot. But here's the ball movement, rifling from side to side, able to get a nice open look beyond the arc. Miami right now has got 17 made field goals, and they've got 14 assists on those made field goals. They're shooting 60%, and that would be tremendous if not for the 8 turnovers. They really hurt themselves and shot themselves in the foot a bit with that, because it's taken away from their ability to get more shots up, because they've been really efficient. Not easy to do against one of the best defenses in the NBA.
And John, something that you don't think will generate all through 4 quarters. Sometimes the offense tends to bog down against tougher defense in 4th quarters.
Right.
That's where the Heat have encountered so much of their issues this season.
So much as being able to maintain that force in that ball movement throughout the course of the game. When the game slows down in those critical fourth quarter minutes, that is when Miami has had a tough time. And I love the extra offensive power and force that Wiggins has brought to
Jalen Green. Green with 4 points in the first quarter, has never scored in the second. Their leading scorer this year at 21. 14-foot pull-up. And another offensive rebound, this one to Amen Thompson. And those second chance points, big points for Dylan Brooks. He is 4 of 6 from the field. So Rockets go up by 4. Wiggins, a right-hand jam. What a finish for Andrew Wiggins. The Sun slam gave him 12.
He got vertical quick, didn't he? Hard right-hand drive, straight line to the basket. Nothing fancy, just blew by his man. Look at him get vertical. Whoosh, right there.
Little motion sickness for the Rocket defense.
Put them back on their heels. And Wiggins right now, 12 points and super efficient. 4 of 5 from the field. He's been able to get to that free throw line.
A steal by Mitchell. Davion, straight line driving. Oh, bulldogs his way in. The point guard who thinks he's a linebacker. Plays like one. Hero tangled up. Dylan Brooks took it right away. Here's Green down the middle. Off to Thompson. Back to for the score. You cannot lament about a call that doesn't go your way when you're playing the Rockets. You got to sprint back to the defensive end. 1 point Houston leads. Under 3 minutes left in the half. Another lightning quick steal by Thompson. He lost control. Well, the Heat will get it back off the 7th Rockets turnover of the half. Pretty night at Miami and pretty good offense for the Heat, shooting 62% in these first 2 quarters.
I have 10 years of experience.
This job requires a college degree. Any degree.
Indeed matches you with jobs that actually match your experience. And what was your major?
Dance.
Oh,
Nate, we need to talk about your finances.
My finances are fine. With DashPass, I saved $6 on my grocery order, so I cloned myself. Albuquerque. $0 delivery fees on dog toys. I got me an opera singer that sings me compliments. It's so nice. DashPass savings equals, oh yeah, baller.
You need to stop spending.
You're not listening. Saving.
Okay, ready? One more. 1, 2, and 3. Cute. Not so fast. The general's coming with you. Mom, he gave us a break on our car insurance, and he'll look after you too.
Yep, with flexible payment options for new drivers.
Okay, but why is Shaq coming too?
To show you how it's done.
For a great low rate, go with the General.
Sure, they're fashionable, but they also help me watch all the TVs playing all the March Madness at Buffalo Wild Wings. Okay, not fashionable, but the lenses use my patented B-Dubs vision technology. Okay, I don't have a patent, but look at that game, and that game, and that. Let's go, Sports Bar!
It's always with you. The rituals, the thrill, the hope, belief, the racing heart, buddy. What keeps you going? Game after game, block after block. The dream that this time it just happened. And if it does, well, you played your part along the way.
For an inspiring ceremony at halftime, we're going to celebrate and honor 16 high school seniors during the Carnival Scholarship Ceremony. Live coverage at halftime is presented by your local South Florida Chevy dealer. You take this event seriously, you watch at the half, you will understand great young success stories. Miami trailing the Rockets 48-47, 2:52 left in the first half. Eric Reed alongside John Crotty. Rockets have won 8 straight. The Heat have dropped 9 in a row. Somebody's streak is going to end, and somebody's streak is going to continue. We've got to wait around and see how they slug it out. But, John, high-level offensive game so far here in Miami.
Yeah, it really is. Both teams exchanging blows and getting their offense going. And both of these teams have a defensive identity. Really like to force the other team to play in what we call the mud. And they've not been able to succeed either way yet.
That's not the score that's high. It's the field goal percentages for both clubs. 13 points, actually 11 points for Bam Adebayo. He's made 5 straight shots. They're shooting 63%. The Rockets are at 50%. Miami has a 1-point lead. Thompson back to Sengun. And it bounces down to Bam Adebayo. Bam with Bam, Wiggins, and Ware have all started the game well. It's time. That's short. Rebound snatched away by Jalen Green. Just under 2 minutes to play in the second. Brooks. Sengun bumping with Wiggins. Still has it. Wiggins with the block. Sengun blocked by Ware. A 2-block sequence for the Heat defense. Wiggins launching and delivering. Drew Wiggins putting together a highlight reel. He's got 12 in the quarter and 14 here in the first half on 5 for 6 shoot.
I love the fact that the defense was the catalyst there for Miami. The double block allowed them to get out with numbers and finish in transition.
Sengun deep against the rookie, sends it out to Brooks. Step to the right, miss the 3, and Ware there for the rebound. With a 3-point lead. Mitchell. That's Wiggins. Coming to work. Andrew Wiggins, where you been hiding this stuff? 17 points for Wiggins. And he's 15 of them in this quarter. And by 6. An Andrew Wiggins eruption here in South Florida. A reach-in foul on Davion.
Heat defense a factor here at the end of this half. There's one block. Here comes another, and it leads to Miami getting out with numbers. Hero finding Wiggins, running that left lane there, getting on top of the basket. One extra pass gets Wiggins another look beyond the arc. And Heat right now up on top by 6.
44 seconds left in the half. Jalen Green steps back. Listen. Thompson ran out of room. So the Heat will get it back. Andrew Wiggins tonight with a 15-point quarter. We got an 18-point third quarter in early February against Memphis. That was how he was playing for Golden State. This is highest scoring quarter with the Heat. Leads in 2 more. He is abusing the Rockets defense right now. 18 points on 7 of 8 shooting. He has extended the lead to 8. The Wiggins coming out party right now here in Miami. 12 seconds left here in the second quarter. Complete. Long 3 over the top of Ware. Green both found a pot of gold for Van Vliet. 4 triples. 3 of them in the second quarter. 3 seconds left in the half. Wiggins gets off. And did draw a foul. Andrew Wiggins, who already has 7 4-point plays this year, was fouled by Dylan Brooks shooting that 3 with just a half second left in the second quarter.
Boy, that is such a bad foul there with the clock running down. Brooks contesting, but getting into the legs and the ending zone of Andrew Wiggins. There'll be 3 shots here for Wiggins, who's been so efficient. He's taken 4 free throws already. 7 of 8 from the field, 3 free throws here, and he's 15 points before any of these make.
He's highest scoring quarter this year by a player. Tyler Hero's third quarter against the Lakers in early December when he scored 21 points. Right now, Wiggins with 18 of them. 19 of them. Well, the Heat, 58 points, 65% shooting from the field, and 19 assists on their 22 scores. Wiggins makes all 3, 22 points, 20 in the quarter. Well, the second best scoring quarter for a Heat player all season. Number 22.
Wow, what a finish for the Miami Heat there in the quarter. 59-51, going on a 21-5 run late in the second quarter, led by Andrew Wiggins, who finishes with 20 points in that quarter. Danny and John going to break it all down. Peace and Bills.
Challenges are our greatest opportunities. Take them on, make our most extraordinary dreams real. Introducing the most capable Honda ever dreamt of. All new Ford Trail Sport. Built for limitless nation.
Miles of flavor, those crispy peaks, 12 flavors so bold, your whole life is complete. Dipped in the lake, man, that ranch is deep. New crispy tenders, bring the flavor, Wingstop.
People are good. For laughs, for snorts, for cries, and goodbyes. People are good for doing nothing or getting up to something. People are good. For you, Jim Beam. Let's enjoy it together. Before the spotlight, we struggled to keep the lights on.
Hit him with the ball.
My ambitions were to make it to the league and get my money right. I saw more for myself. And SoFi gives members confidence to see more for themselves, helping them earn and save more money for their ambitions. I believe you can get there with the next generation of banking. Join the official bank of the NBA. SoFi. Get your money right.
My basketball journey began when I was 3 years old. I've been really blessed within the game, and the game has given me so much. when I retired, I never really left basketball. I've literally have held every job in the NBA. It was an opportunity to continue to stay in the game, talk about the game, share my knowledge. And my journey brought me here to NBA TV.
The American Express halftime report is brought to you by the powerful backing of American Express.
Hey, the Miami Heat need some big performances, and they're getting it from Andrew Wiggins in that first half. 22 points, including 20 in that second quarter. Miami up at the break. Welcome to the American Express halftime. Nabil Green alongside Danny Green and John Wall. And we were talking about Andrew Wiggins in the pregame and saying, hey, man, he's got to transform his game here a little bit. We got to figure out what his game needs to look like. I mean, that was pretty impressive in the second quarter. What was he doing?
Everything, whatever you needed. Shooting the three, getting to the basket, being aggressive. He's been a guy, like we said, need to be like he was when he was in Minnesota, feel like he was the main guy. And he was just being aggressive, trying to get to his spots, and ended up with 20 in the quarter.
Yeah, he didn't settle. He got to the rim. He even had some physical play from Dylan Brooks. He just took the bumps, used his left hand, got to that mid-range little step back here and there. Got fouled at the end of the half to get 3 free throws, got the free throw line some, which he doesn't do often. So, like John said, he did a little bit of everything, but also got 2 dunks. Turned back the clock, got one right there, and he got another one in transition, just running the floor. And, he doesn't look old, but he's not one of those younger guys in our league that gets those type of plays. But if he still plays like a young Wiggins, this is what that Miami team needs, and it'll help them, get some victories.
They're not expecting him, obviously, to get 22 and a half every game. But if he's aggressive like this, what does this do for this Miami team?
It gives him another person with the basketball in hand that can create plays. Put him in pick and roll. You can give him ISO situations. Like Danny said, he get to his mid-range and shoot step backs. But I like the way he was being aggressive, not selling for just threes. He was trying to get to the basket in transition. They got out in transition, getting defensive stops and getting to the rim and being aggressive.
Bam Adebayo had 9 points in the first half. And really early on, they were going inside to him really establishing his presence.
For sure, but they're also swinging the ball a lot. I don't know if you see in the first half, they have 19 assists. They're driving, kicking, sometimes overpassing it. But Bam is great at not only scoring, but quarterbacking. He's finding guys. Obviously, Khalil Ware comes to the basket, getting a lob. Houston tried to play that big lineup against him, so they're running some, getting out in transition, getting some deflections, some steals. Bam is great at what he does. He's a deer, can run the floor as well, get some easy dunks, but he can pass the ball and do a multitude of things. So they play through him, which they normally do, and sometimes Tyler Hero. But Houston switching everything, guarding Tyler pretty well. That's where Bam needs to come in and step up. But they're doing this as a collective. And usually Houston out-depths people. They have better bench. Tonight, Highsmith come off the bench, 8 points. They have another guy, Davion Mitchell, with 5 points. So they have their benches, carrying. Well, they're keeping they hold up their end as well. So they're keeping them in the game. And then, of course, Andrew Wiggins is playing like Andrew Wiggins we've seen in the past.
Yeah, and talking about the bench points, tied at 15 right now. So to your point, kind of showing their depth. And when we look at this Houston team, we talk about how they get production from different players. Fred VanVleet leading the way. Since he's come back, the numbers have not been great. He's not shooting great, but in tonight's game, 12 points. Man, he looks good 4-7, John.
Well, I think for him, the main thing for him, he's just trying to run the team. He's not trying to be the same old Fred he was before. He can still be aggressive, get to the basket. But if you go underneath the screen or give him a catch and shoot, you can basically count it as a knockdown. And that's what he's doing for them, running the pick and roll, getting guys involved. But he's a blanket. Whenever they need a big three in transition or in a half-court set, he's able to do that. So I know they feel comfortable having their floor general back, and he's leading the show for them.
I mean, really, Miami's playing a great game. They just had a couple turnovers, and they get out-rebounded some. But the way they're playing and shooting the ball, Houston has done a good job keeping themselves in the game because they're causing some turnovers. They got 11 more shots than Miami has. So without those 11 more shots, 11 more attempts, right, I think Miami would be up even more and have a more comfortable lead. They just got to figure out a way to take care of the ball and also rebound.
Amen Thompson back in the lineup after missing 6 games. And man, he's just filling the stat sheet again. 5 points, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds in that first half.
Yeah, he's a guy that does it all. He can score for you. He can basically he's a triple-double watch every night. Like we said, first play of the game, they get a steal. He throws a lob to Jalen Green. I think just for Houston, they still feel good, though, only being down 8.
Yeah. Before you speaking about how he does so many things, not only triple doubles, he's a guy that is capable outside of Victor Wembanyama to get a 5x5.
Right.
Not many guys can do that because he can do so many things. He can block shots, he can get steals, rebound, assists, and score. I wouldn't be surprised to see this kid get a 5x5 at some point in his career in the near future.
Man, he is a special player. But right now, his team is down 8. A good half for the Miami Heat, up 59-51. Thanks to Andrew Wiggins, who, by the way, again, 20 points in that second quarter. That's his highest scoring quarter of his career. It says a lot, man. I remember you talked about Minnesota days. When he was playing with Golden State and really had that nice run. Has the most points by Heat in quarter since LeBron. That's pretty impressive right there.
15 years ago?
Not too bad. Pretty good company.
Welcome to this year's championship game. This is the big one.
With Amex Gold, you can score 4 times points on restaurants around the world. So you can raise the bar on game. That's the powerful backing of American Express.
With these bad boys, I can watch all the TVs at Buffalo Wild Wings. I won't miss any March Madness. Doug City for 3. Nice shot. Look great.
You look great.
We do not look great. Let's go Sports Bar.
I'm Howie Mandel, the newest ambassador of Skechers. Funny story how I became an ambassador. I went to the store and I lied and said I was an ambassador. Do I get a discount? The owner called me and said, would you like to be an ambassador for Skechers? And I said, yes. Try Skechers slip-ins.
Introducing Mando whole body deodorant. Mando's different. It's tough enough to control body odor and all your tough smelling places. How does Mando work? Rather than covering up odor with heavy fragrances, Mando stops odor before it starts. Our formula is powered by an acidified technology, pH optimized. It works by blocking bacteria from digesting fluids on your skin like sweat, anywhere on your body. Order Mando whole body deodorant today and control your body odor better every day.
For the best deals, go to shopmando.com. ShipStation lets you keep up with the growth of your business. You can sync inventory and manage returns across all your sales channels. So you ship the right products to the right customers. Head to ShipStation.com to start your free trial.
The American Express Halftime Report is brought to you by the powerful backing of American Express.
Busy night in the NBA, 10 games in total. Let's get you caught up on what's happening so far. New Orleans, Minnesota, Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, man.
A little later on, Dante DiVincenzo inside for Rudy Gobert.
Okay, Rudy. Do a highlight.
Now that Julius Randle has been back, I mean, they've been looking kind of nice, Minnesota.
I think with Julius Randle being back, he get him somebody else that can create his own shot, find guys. But also, don't forget DiVincenzo.
Yeah.
I think him being back, and they put him at the point guard where he can shoot the ball very well and a great defender.
If he can shoot like he did for the Knicks last season.
Hey, Jose.
Naz Reid, they can rely on from deep.
He might have the best handles with the big man.
Yeah. You got some in the back.
He got that with him.
62-48 in this game. Julius Randle, again, leading the way, 14 points for him. Minnesota is up at the half. Checking in on Charlotte and OKC. This dude.
Look at that man.
He's your MVP?
Yeah, he's the MVP.
Yeah, with Denver kind of dropping off some and then being up 15 games, damn near on them.
And Jokic missed like the last 2 or 3 games. And he's shooting more like 2 or 3
If he
games.
starts, hitting that 3 ball.
But even if he don't want to shoot it, he still get to any spot he wants to.
Right.
Wow, that's a 25-6 in the first.
Yeah, they were up big.
Off the glass.
It was 34-14 after one.
And Charlotte's been playing well as of late. Beat the Knicks. I feel like they beat somebody else before that, too.
That's going to be huge for them in the playoffs, right?
Yeah, we're having Check in Hartenstein. He can go a big man lineup, or you can go small ball and put Check at the 5. So I think they did that in case they have to match up against Denver.
66-49. OKC already clinching the Western Conference. Again, just having this incredible season. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander sitting on 19 points on an efficient 8 of 11.
They're going to get 30.
No LaMelo,
He's a guaranteed 30 every single night.
No LaMelo, that's tough for Charlotte.
And he's not doing it like 45 one night, 19 another night. It's 31, 32 every
He's going to have 18 and 19 every night. Quentin Grimes, he's been playing great since
One of the
he's been
hottest
there
players in
Philly.
the sport right now.
Yes.
taking advantage of his opportunities.
Yeah, I don't know if Phil's going to have enough board general.
Devin Vassell getting it done there than Ricky
On
Council.
that rim.
Oh, Ricky got bounced.
North Carolina there, you know that.
Nasty.
Keldon Johnson.
He's the unsung hero. Nobody talks about him a lot, but I think he's a great role player for him. Like, that might be a piece they move or keep down the road.
KJ's an X factor for him, especially from the bench.
Or from Vassell right there. And then Johnson to make that tough shot.
Bully.
Like you mentioned, you really haven't talked much about him this year.
They have a lot of little depth on their team that like they have to move them to get something else they could, or they can keep it for their team. But
Yeah, because KJ really, Keldon Johnson really is a guy that could be a starter. He's come off the bench for most of this year. But they have some good pieces. I can't wait to see how they figure it out when everybody's healthy. Fox, Wembanyama.
Yep, it could be an interesting offseason for San Antonio if they do add some pieces there too. 64-52 at the half there. Meanwhile, Dallas and Detroit, that one. I mean, when you look at the Dallas Mavericks right now, up 43-39, it has been tough sledding, obviously, since the deal and all the injuries. And now there's reports that Anthony Davis will not shut it. Doesn't want to shut it down. He wants to come back and play.
Well, I think, when you've been out, miss some time, and, a trade happened, and, you come into a new city, he wants to play. He wants to show them he's fully committed to the team. And like we said before, I don't think they're too far away from being in the play-in spot, so he might want to get in there.
But just dipped out of it right now.
Yeah. He hears the rumblings just like anybody else. So I think he's tired of hearing it. He wants to show people, I belong here. I'm just as good of a piece as Luka, and I can bring this franchise. He wants them to believe that this was a good trade. Interesting they have Gafford right now talking the game. But, I think AD, they sometimes need to save a player for himself. They need to tell him to relax. Because they're still competing. They're beating Detroit right now. And Detroit's a really good team in the East.
And they was in the game the other night. They should have won almost. I think they lost it down the stretch down at the end.
They're tied with identical records to the Phoenix Suns, who own 10th spot right now due to tiebreaker. But it is interesting because this deal, and you mentioned it, Anthony Davis wants to prove to people, there's been such a narrative on, like, this is the worst deal in NBA history for the Mavericks. There's got to be an emotional component for Anthony Davis, who's a top 10 NBA player, even top 5 when he's on his game.
He's top 75, but he didn't ask for the trade. So he's the guy that's getting blamed for it just like anybody else, but he wants to play.
With everybody healthy, this is a championship caliber team. He knows everybody else knows it, but they're still on the rumbling fire, Nico. And I think that's the only thing that's making him want to get back on the floor sooner, just to shut those people up and make Nico look a lot smarter than what it seems right now. Because this is a win now group if they're healthy. And I thought they were, in my eyes, I thought they were in a better position than the Lakers, but just so happened Lakers stayed healthy, they didn't, and they figured it out. So, but Dallas is going to be the team in contention for sure next year.
And John, you were telling me you think Detroit's got some potential here in the playoffs.
Man, I love it. Yeah, I love that team, man. Like the way Cade is coming into being a star. The guys like Malik Beasley making shots, and we don't talk about Jalen Durant enough. Like almost a double-double every night. I think those two have found their chemistry, and I think they just got some joy with J.B. Bickerstaff being there with a young team. They're coming to compete. They're not backing down for nobody, and that's not a team you might want to see in the first round.
Yeah. Shout out to Tobias Harris, too, man. Playing a great role over there after being in Philly for so long. Taking a lot of heat. He's found a nice little role there. Andrew Wiggins. Man, did he ever have a first half? 22. What's he got in store for the second half? We got that coming up.
Once upon a time, Goldilocks took out the Ram 2500 Rebel. Next, he tried the Ram Charger. Then finally, the Ram RHO. And they were all just right.
During Ram Truck Month, get 6,500 combined cash allowance, plus current Chevrolet, Ford, and GMC owners get 1,500 bonus cash on select 2025 Ram 1500 trucks.
If you're living with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis or active psoriatic arthritis, symptoms can sometimes hold you back. And now there's Skyrizi, so you can be all in with clear skin. With Skyrizi, you can show up with 90% clear skin. And if you have psoriatic arthritis, Skyrizi can help you move with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing like clear skin and better movement. And that means everything. Now's the time. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi. Learn how AbbVie can help you save.
NBA TV head west for a primetime matchup in SmackDown. Watch Bucks Kings tomorrow at 10 p.m. Eastern on NBA TV.
Playoff time. Competition level as good as it gets. This is one of the home. This time we go around.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
All right, welcome back in the studio. Getting you set here again for the second half. Coming up in just a minute here. So, if you're Houston right now, and Ime Udoka at that half, what are you saying? What kind of adjustments are you making, Danny, on Andrew Wiggins? Because he tore him up in that second quarter.
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably blitz him some, throw some different looks at him. Not that you need to, but not everybody's good at passing out of a double team. And that's one of the things I learned with Nick Nurse. He was like, he was one time he doubled everybody everywhere, and it didn't matter who was guarding, whether it was Kawhi or me or Pascal. He was like, we're just gonna double them because they're not know it's coming, right, and they're not used to it. So I would throw that different look at him, blitz him some, maybe hedge, but switch down the line, get more physical with him, and hopefully he stays out of rhythm. But right now he's got it going.
What would you do?
Oh, I think just for them, like you got to think Miami's shooting almost 65% from the field, and then also Houston is shooting 33% from the free throw line. So I think if they could, being only down 8 and they almost are shooting 70% from the field, and you're not making free throws, get to the basket, get back to being how they are great defensively, and get out in transition. But I think they just got to be more aggressive. Be more aggressive getting downhill. But like you said, they benches even 15-15. That's where their advantage has been most of the time when they bring those guys, that second unit off, they get a lead. But Miami's in a great position right now. We just got to see can they keep it up like we said before, because we got to see how the fourth quarter go.
Yeah.
You got 2 streaks on the line, an 8-game winning streak for the Rockets, a 9-game losing streak for the Heat. One is going to get snapped. Back out to Eric and John.
Blake leading the Rockets with 12. Marquez started the game, had a couple of block shots, and quickly collecting his first 2 points of the game to give the Heat their first double-digit lead of the game.
Went right inside, post up on the 6-foot Van Vliet. Nice footwork there by his.
And Thompson, line drive miss. Khalil Ware. He got some strong hands, that rookie did. 8 points, 6 boards for Ware. Got a block shot in the first half. Seduced by the 3. Gives Hawkins the try. Thompson comes down with a rebound. Dylan Brooks. Got a 9-point first half. Ware went shot block on it. Left Thompson a free rim run. Thompson points. 6 rebounds and 5 assists. Well-rounded young player. Former Broward County Player of the Year with his twin brother when they led Pinecrest to the Class 4A state championship just a few years back. Here's Tyler has not attempted a 3 to. Ware on the tip in. The long arms of Khalil Ware. 9 points now. 7 rebounds.
Ware, though, to position himself under the basket there and win that face-off with Big Shangoon.
You win a face-off against the Big Shangoon, that's doing something.
The big man Shangoon is formidable inside there. Ware right now not backing off. When you think about where he ranks here as a rookie, what he's been able to accomplish, after really not being a factor in the first 20-25 games so far this season. It's come on strong.
Number 2 in field goal percentage. Tied for second in double-doubles. 5th in rebounds. So, Marquee player profile that has a chance. An outside chance of being first team all. I think a sure thing to be at least on that second team. Picked up his second foul. This is Thompson at the strike. And Thompson brings the Rockets to within 9. Thompson tonight with 8 points, 6 boards, 5 assists. Andrew Wiggins started the first half with his 20-point second quarter. He's now made 8 consecutive shots. Got 24 points tonight. Doing it on 9 shots.
What a tremendous offensive rhythm he's in right
Heat with an 11-point lead. Their biggest lead of the game, and they thought they had a turnover. They were going to get a foul. And that's going to be on Bam Adebayo, his first of the game.
Here's the contest. Bam in the one-on-one goes for the reach, and as he wrapped around, looked like he made contact.
Second team foul. Third couple minutes. Bam out pressure. Get man-to-man right now. He plays as much zone defense as any team in the league. Ware went looking for it. The Rockets wind up with it. And then Bam pulled the chair out from under Sengun, but that's going to be the second foul in a row on it. Third team foul.
Sengun really does a nice job of being able to utilize his size on the post-up. Look, second chance opportunities, those offensive rebounds hurt you. Thompson just so incredibly athletic, going right over the top to corral that board.
Sore Thompson of the Pistons the other night, and Thompson tonight. Young twin brothers, both so lively and Fleet. Nice. And Fleet, a smooth-looking three. He's got 15 points on 5 triples in 8 opportunities. Ahead by just over 9 minutes to play in the third. Hillel, short. But sometimes when you don't touch it a lot, you want to let one fly when you do. And Fleet, a foul by Red.
Quick catch and go there by Fred VanVleet. He's a crafty player. Shorter guy at 6 feet, but he really knows how to change speeds. It's really the best way to keep people off balance. And his ability to make shots with a long-range jumper forces the defense to have to get up closer to him, and then he changes speed and burst by and get to the rim.
Taste the savings, Heat fans, now through the 31st of March. Order a chili key lime pie from Fireman Derek's Bake Shop, and you get $5 off your order right now on DoorDash. Terms apply. Pretty good, right, Brian? So Fred VanVleet, 16 points. Miami ahead by 7. Just under 9 minutes left in the third. Wiggins against Thompson. Picks up his dribble, Sengun from his watch. And VanVleet took it right away from here. VanVleet left-hand dribble to the top of the circle. Down chuck. Come up with 6 really quick points in the quarter of the game. And the Heat lead is down to 5. Yes. Pitch for Bam Adebayo, who misses the corner. Loose ball rebound. Let's win that back. The lead for Sengun, but he couldn't haul it in. Going with Hero, Ware, Wiggins, and the Rockets, VanVleet, Dillon Brooks, David Green, offering Sengun, and Thompson. Bumping with Brooks. This will go on Dillon Brooks. That'll be the third foul. If there's a guy that sort of typifies the way Ime Udoka coaches, Dillon Brooks plays that way with an edge, with a physicality, and a tough.
Sure does. He goes over the edge quite a bit, though, here, getting into the body of Bam. And there's a grab with the left hand. That's why he was called. He's plays with great emotion, but that emotion carries over. He's second in the league in technical fouls to Anthony Edwards. Soda, 13 technicals so far this season.
That's Tyler Hero's first 3-point attempt tonight, which is over 9 attempts from 3 again. Green missing the 3. Loose ball rebound, batted into the seats. We'll go back to Miami. Well, the Rockets a game ahead of Denver in the West. We're trying to hold on to that number 2 spot. Denver plays at Portland tonight, and it's Denver and Houston on Sunday. That's a huge game. Jaquez trying to duck in, could not. Ware for 3. Kaboom! Went from could not to yes I can. A dozen points now for Kel'el Ware. He was 2 and 2 from 3.
A great spin on the shot A and the kick out pass there from Hopkins Jr. as he threw 2 inside. Şengün came all the way back, and that left Ware open.
Şengün against Ware with 6 on the shot. Brooks. And the offensive board to Şengün. Brooks battling with Wiggins. Ware came over to help, but it's going to be and offensive rebounds giving the Rockets life they have all season. That's the 3rd foul on Andrew Wiggins. They're over the limit. We're going to get Rocket free throws when we return you to the 3:05 with a Heat on top by 8.
Someone keeps digi-dropping me.
Te que viene in the restaurant. Everything okay?
I'll be right back. You need help? Why him? Why does he have to die? I'm done playing your game.
Rock, rated PG-13, only in theaters April 11th.
Liberty Mutual is all she talks about since we saved hundreds by bundling our home and auto insurance.
It's pronounced Bibbity. Bibbity. Nice try, kid. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, liberty, liberty.
When you pop open an On the Rocks Cosmo, you get masterfully mixed magic that takes the vibe uptown. Bartender created cocktails anywhere on the rocks.
Gatorade, the world's most superior sports drink, designed to rehydrate, replenish, and refuel. It fuels the best because it is the best. Gatorade, is it in you?
New Chipotle Honey Chicken brings a hint of pure honey and seared smoked peppers with fresh chicken hot off the grill. For Chipotle heat with a touch of sweet and a perfectly balanced sauce. Chipotle Honey Chicken takes heat and sweet to a whole new level.
I love this game. I can do this for no other reason. It's like you got the world in your phone. It's the place where I get to share my creativity, love for the game. I feel at home. This has always been my best friend. It does nothing for your soul. It just gives me chills. I still look forward to that feeling.
Now, choose your ride tonight in Miami. You could either get on that, or you could come inside Kaseya Center, cozy up with us. We love our perch here at the Dr. Jack Ramsey Memorial Media Center. Agreed with John Crotty, John the Heat, playing a high-level game on the offensive end against a high-level number 2 seed in the West.
Really battling well. I love the way Miami's moving the basketball, trying to play with pace, both in the full court offensive attack, but also in the half court. And Andrew Wiggins, a big part of that. That man right there, he has been outstanding scoring the basketball for Miami. 24 points now. Super efficient, 8 of 9 from the field, and free throw line, 6 of 7.
John, Wiggins has missed 7 of the previous 12 games for the Heat. That's the only frustration that both he and the team have. The key part of it since coming over for Jimmy Butler. When he's played, he's been impactful on both ends. Dylan Brooks. Couple free throws there to make it a 6-point Heat lead with just under 7 minutes left. 3rd quarter. Hope you are enjoying the game with us, either in Heat Nation or out there on NBA TV. Happy to have you with us. Oh, Hawkins dribbled it right into a turnover. But he was 13 turnovers tonight. And Fleet looking to reorganize the run. Şengün against the run. Well, the off-balance hook winds up with Hero. And he gets in trouble and loses the ball. Very easy on the recovery. And Fleet open 3. They'll beat on a skirmish and a loose ball and pay for it with Fred VanVleet's 6th triple of the game. Actually, it was a 2 for VanVleet. So he's 7 of 9 overall, has 20 points in the game. Ahead by 3. Oh, the steal by Menton. Close your eyes. A point off turnover. A 1-point Heat lead. 19 Rocket points off the Heat turnovers.
15 turnovers. They average less than 14 a game. We have 5:43 to go in the third.
The Wiggins mid-range magic continues. 26 points for Andrew Wiggins, his high point game with Miami. 25-point game. 10 shots.
Looks good every time it leaves his hand. He is getting shots he wants to. The comfort zone mid-range jumper.
Step back three for Van Vliet. He's fire right now. With 12 points in the first half.
Well, he was 4 of 15 in the last game against Orlando on Wednesday. He has been so efficient tonight as well. Van Vliet 8 of 10 here.
12-point quarters for Van Vliet. Here's second try. Able to tip it home for his second score. Both have come in the third quarter. Ahead by 2. 61% of just a slim lead. Cancun circling back for the hook. He gets so close. Cancun just 4 of 11 from the field as we are tied at 72. 4:35 left, third quarter. Marquez and Ware will pick and roll action as a material. 3 on the shot clock for Wiggins. Got fouled on a reach in by Fred Van Vliet. Second on Van Vliet. Second team foul on the Rockets in the pool.
This is what the Rockets do well. They play excellent defense and they can force turnovers. Thompson with the rip and then getting out, easy dunk for him, and then Fred Van Vliet in transition after another nice defensive play and getting to his game, being able to make threes and attack off the dribble. Van Vliet 7 of 9 beyond the arc.
Just watching Lisa chat and appreciate the technique and form of a young man in Van Vliet who wasn't drafted after his career at Wichita State. Came into Toronto where they had a veteran point guard by the name of Kyle Lowry who mentored this Van Vliet, and now Van Vliet has become the same kind of floor general that Kyle Lowry was for so many years. Wiggins to the free throw line tonight, 27 points for Andrew Wiggins, his best game since joining the club. His 12th game with Miami. 28 for Wiggins and a 2-point lead for the Heat, subbed in Davion Mitchell and Haywood Highsmith. It's Highsmith, Wiggins, Ware, Mitchell, and Hero. The Rockets, Eason, Şengün, Jabari Smith, Fred Van Vliet, and Dylan Brooks. Şengün coming right at Kel'el Ware. Missed on the jump hook. Kel'el in a crowd, comes away with his down to the game. Smith on the ticket. Under 4 minutes left here in the fifth. Mitchell hits a tough runner in a trap. Davion Mitchell. So Mitchell now with 7 points. And head by 4. Şengün gets fouled on the reach by Ware. The third foul on Kel'el.
Davion Mitchell has consistently been an attacker off the dribble since he's come over to Miami. Here he is in traffic. Great touch. Puts a little extra arc over top of Şengün, the 6'11 shot blocker inside. And Davion Mitchell playing with nice confidence. 3 of 5, 7 points, 3 assists. Continues his hard-nosed approach on it.
Şengün for 2 free throws, and right now it's a
You deserve a power company that delivers reliable electricity where you need it, when you need it. FPL, working for you every single day.
Free throwing has been a problem for the Rockets tonight. Houston is dead last in free throw percentage this season at 74%. They're living down to that tonight. 7 for 16 at the stripe. Really hurt. They miss both chicken sandwiches to the Heat's house and a turnover right into the hands of Duncan Robinson. 3-2 break. Smith then Hurd will search for a big shot with a 4-point lead. Hero lobbing. Where will get the tape. Get boom right at the wrist.
They have better than any
team. Collision of turnovers right here. Houston, the Heat now with 16 turnovers. The Rockets already with 20 points off those miscues. Let's help offset the 61% shooting for the Heat.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. That they've been able to take 11 more shots at night as well because of those. Take care of that basketball.
Just under 3 minutes left, competitive third quarter. And on the flip, and Gould with the offensive board bullies his way in. Duncan Robinson able to control the rebound. Boy, it is a battle down there. Yellow paint.
Big Gould has really struggled finishing. His length inside has impacted him. He's 4 of 13 from the floor.
Rockets double figures on the offensive board. And speaking of which, the low pretty good cherry picker above the rim, his own self. Another double-double for the rookie, Khalil Ware, with 14 points and 10 boards. The home team ahead by 6.
It's a sweet cherry red sports car, and it doesn't match the photos. It's fine, right? Sabrina, was it fine just shooting threes? No, you broke records.
But it's fine to settle for a car from a sketchy site when you can get the car you love at CarMax.
Yeah, you're right. Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Sabrina?
Nope.
You sure you're not Sabrina?
Nope.
Sabrina? Asia? Too?
Hi.
Never settle on the lot or on the court. CarMax.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like getting Bateman when you need the protection of Batman.
Easy, Bateman.
Never play with poison ivy.
Someone's a flirt.
Bateman, please.
So don't settle for just any insurance. State Farm. Oh, I get it now. Poison ivy.
Tea is indeed the spice of life. Then Francesca Fafaro has lived one full of flavor. Since her earliest days, Fran has always been willing to take a chance and try something different. A native of Jupiter and graduate of Jupiter High, Fran pursued a career in event planning while attending the Rosen College of Hospitality Management at UCF. From there, path to professionalism was full of eventful stuff. A woman who also holds a black belt in Taekwondo filled her work plate with meaningful experiences, including time spent as an event management intern in the famed Cannes Film Festival in France. She continued to gain experience in event coordination with a minor league hockey stop with the Solar Bears in Orlando, before eventually landing in Miami to assist with the 2020 host committee as a Super Bowl 54 ambassador. She joined the Heat as an event services intern in October of 2021 and rapidly rose through the ranks to become an event services manager. Over a year into her present role, Faro is now tasked with handling the logistics of some of the largest events the arena hosts, including most recently completed show, Premio de Nuestro. And while work occupies a significant portion of her portfolio, her true love is in the family business and their combined passion for pizza. A one-time GM and manager of the well-established restaurant Angelo's, Fafaro finds great satisfaction in enjoying her global pursuit of the perfect slice of life. You can learn more about Fran and many of the women who are making a difference every day here at the Heat by visiting heat.com/supportwomen.
Heat Nation, we're so glad you've gotten to meet so many of the talented women of the organization. We welcome you back inside Kaseya Center on an NBA Friday night. The Rockets came here with an 8-game winning streak, longest current streak in the NBA. The Heat trying to end the longest current losing streak in the league. Miami has dropped 9 straight. They haven't won since the 3rd of March against the Wizards. Dare to believe the Heat playing with a real hunger and thirst for victory tonight. Long way to go. 2:20 left, third quarter, a 6-point Heat lead. We're shooting 60% in the game. Ball knocked out of bounds by Duncan Robinson, and he's going to be whistled for the foul. And with the Heat over the limit, a pair of gift-wrapped free throws should be coming up here for the Rockets. That's the trouble when you're over the limit. 5 fouls, the other team goes into the bonus on the 5th. And Jabari Smith Jr. will go to the free throw strip. Generally, Heat not used to this, just the 10th time in Heat history They've lost 9 straight. First 9-game losing streak since 2000. First time Eric Spoelstra has had to deal with a losing streak of this length. John, we talked to him a little bit about how he and his coaching staff have sort of processed their way through this losing streak with their team.
No, it was interesting. But look, initially, we're past the tantrum stage and throwing things against the wall. It's more about trying different things and being open and also encouraging and trying to build up the confidence, and particularly of some of the younger players to make sure they stay at the highest competitive edge here, get off that losing stuff.
There's no doubt confidence, big issue when you're in a losing streak that's reached. Duncan, in and out. This is Bill Thompson. Got 10 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists tonight for Houston. Looking for more. Steven Adams with a tip-in. It's amazing how they continue to thrive with offensive rebounds in this game and through their season.
4 guys going at the basket there, and that man is a very large man. Even Adams at 6'11", 265 pounds.
Oh, the keeper for Hero didn't end well. Thompson got a piece of it. 2-point heat lead. Minute 23 left, third quarter. Mitchell trying to get through the array of screens. Now Ware picks up Green. And that's going to be a 3-second violation on the Rockets.
Looked like it was on Jalen Green, perhaps. Got stuck in the paint there on the pivot. Just the 10th turnover for the Rockets compared to 16 for Miami.
Bam Adebayo coming back in for Miami. John, the tally for the Rockets, 12 offensive rebounds. The Heat only have 1, so 12 offensive rebounds for Houston in this game.
Amazing. And look, their first and second chance points at 18 a game. They've got 17 right now, so they're ahead of the curve there.
And the points off turnovers. Those are the 2 things. So for the first time tonight, Alec Burks comes in. He replaces Tyler Hero. Has been very quiet tonight. Hero just 6 points, 2 of 8 shooting. Maybe Burks could give the Heat offense a little bit of a late third quarter lift. Oh, Mitchell saves a turnover with a minute left in the fourth. 6 on the shot clock. Bam, jab step. Now the jumper. Rebound comes down to Tari. They're rebounding the Heat by 7 right now. That's their strength. Thompson goes down, and Highsmith comes away with a steal. Giddy up. It's 4-on-2. Mitchell to the house.
Excellent work by Miami, translating Thompson turnover into a score. 4-on-2 break there, and delivery by Highsmith to Mitchell right on.
4-point Heat lead and an errant lob thrown by Steven Adams. So consecutive turnovers for the Rockets. Davion Mitchell tonight, 9 points off the bench. Mitchell coming off the bench for the last 5 games. Here's Pam. The running hook bounces off. Comes down to Jabari Smith Jr. 15 seconds left here in the third quarter. Jalen Green, just 4 points in the game. They came back in the first quarter. 2 of 10 from the field. The high voltage play. Steps back and connects on a long 2. So Jalen Green gets his first bucket since the first quarter, comes on the last shot of the third quarter. And it cuts the Heat lead to 2. For the long deuce for the Rockets in a 2-point game through 3 quarters here in my TV timeout, powered by your South Florida Ford dealers.
Taking the kid for pizza after the game.
Nancy Dawson is passive progressive.
Oh, that's nice. So nice of you to spend a fraction of your progressive savings on the team. So generous. Oh,
Don't be like Nancy. Drivers who switch could save hundreds.
When you pop open an On the Rocks Cosmo, you get masterfully mixed magic that takes the vibe uptown. Bartender created cocktails anywhere on the rocks.
Hi, I sell deodorant for a living, but not just any deodorant. The whole body deodorant designed just for guys. Vando Whole Body Deodorant is clinically proven to block odor all day and control it for 72 hours. Plus, it was invented by a doctor right here in the USA. What's Mando's secret? It paralyzes odor-causing bacteria. You stop bacteria, you stop odor before it starts. Now get this, because our deodorants are free from any harsh chemicals, they work safely anywhere on your body. New customers get 30% off at shopmando.com.
Need a shipping solution that'll grow with you? With ShipStation, you can manage and fulfill all your orders in one place. Plus, you get more carrier options at the lowest rates. Keep your business growing. Head to ShipStation.com to start your free trial.
Use every man jack so you still sound good.
Everyman Jack aluminum-free deodorant with many naturally derived ingredients so you can...
Sure, they're fashionable, but they also help me watch all the TVs playing all the March Madness at Buffalo Wild Wings. Okay, not fashionable, but the lenses use my patented B-Dubs vision technology. Okay, I don't have a patent, but look at that game, and that game, and that. Let's go, sports bar.
When it's time to start your business, it's time for Shopify. Designed with easy to customize themes, sell everywhere people shop, and never miss a sale with the world's best converting checkout. See why millions of businesses sell with Shopify. Start your free trial today.
Young basketball players between the ages of 7 and 17, we invite you to join us for our 5-day Junior Heat Spring Break Camp. Begins March 24th, goes through the 28th. Full-day camp will be held at Slam Miami. Lunch included. Special giveaways for sure. Player appearances. You can count on that too. Scan the QR code and sign your youngster up. On a 75-degree Friday night in Miami. Welcome inside Kaseya Center. Eric Reed and John Crowley welcome you back, including those of you enjoying the game with us tonight on NBA TV. A much-needed score from a very important Heat player, Bam Adebayo. John, Heat Tyler Hero been quiet. Adebayo 9 points through 3 quarters. Tyler Hero just 6 points through the first 3 quarters.
Yeah, it's been Wiggins who's really shouldered the load on the Miami side with his 28 points. Been outstanding.
Now, batted out, the Rockets get another second try. Oh, so often they have. Yeah, Heat now has 27 points. Johnny has gone 10 from 3.
Yeah, amazing. And that one was a 28-footer there. Serious range by Van Vliet.
And high 8-3 of the game. Vliet had 2 games earlier this year with 7. The 1-point Heat lead. Minute into the final quarter. Oh, ball knocked away by the always active Amen Thompson. 17 turnovers. Steven Adams brings it out. With Wiggins, Bam, Highsmith, Robinson, and Mitchell. And Lee owns the ability to keep the dribble alive. A great offensive decision maker. High volume score. He's got 29 points on 10 for 13 shooting.
Without being a dynamic athlete, he creates space to be able to create the jumper, or in this case, blow by and finish at the rim with the right. 10 to 13 shooting overall, 8 of 10 beyond the arc.
And it's 12 lead change. Duncan Burks. Just the three. Then kicks down by Joe.
Where Mike to be able to execute on the offense. They've got to be able to make some baskets here. They've struggled in the fourth quarters as of late.
Oh, the man is on fire. Fred Van Vliet. Untouchable right now. 32 points. 9-11 from three-point land. The Rockets blasting off.
Challenges are greatest opportunities. We take them on, make our most extraordinary dreams real. Introducing the most capable Honda ever dreamt of. All new Ford Trailsport. Built for living nation.
Gatorade, the world's most superior sports drink, designed to rehydrate, replenish, and refuel. It fuels the best because it is the best. Gatorade, is it in you?
You're seeing Skechers' famous glide step footwear everywhere. And now that famous design is available in hands-free Skechers slip-ins. Get the comfort and style of glide step now with the convenience of slip-ins with no bending down or touching your shoe. Try Glide Step Skechers Slip-ins.
This isn't just for me. This is for everyone who ever doubted me. And the millions of SoFi members who defy financial doubts every day. Because when you earn more money, save more money, and have a game plan for your finances, there's no stopping your generational ambition. Celebrate financial independence with the official bank of the NBA. SoFi, get your money right.
Wendy's has a fresh JBC or double stack in the app for only $1. In fact, they're so fresh, this JBC is still getting made. There she is. Show off. For the freshest deals on what you love, gotta be Wendy's.
To buy or not to buy? That is their question. Nobody knows shoppers better than Shopify. The undisputed, undefeated checkout champion of the world. Businesses that want to win with Shopify.
As we come back to Heat basketball here this fourth quarter, tomorrow the Heat Family Festival, one of the truly great events brought by the Miami Heat Charitable Fund. You see the QR code at the bottom left of your screen. You can check that out. Tickets still available tomorrow. All the Heat players, their families, joined right now by the Vice President, Executive Director of the Miami Heat Charitable Fund. That would be Steve Stone. Steve, it's always good to see you. This is the final push for tomorrow's great event. What can fans expect? It's always such a good time.
Well, nothing says Miami more than the Miami Heat Family Festival. Tomorrow at 1 o'clock, we're turning moments into memories. You'll be with our entire team, coaching staff, over 40 restaurants in the food court. It's going to be an exciting day.
And quickly, as we look at what fans experience, it's one of those rare times you're really up close with the players, their families, and the staff, aren't you?
Absolutely. We have a tight game now. Our guys are working hard. Tomorrow, they're going to be volunteering their time with their families along with Heat Nation.
You do a great job, Miami Heat Charitable Fund. Steve, it's always good to see you. It is always great to see this event. Eric and John, I know we'll see you out there. I'm taking my girls to enjoy as well. The Miami Heat Family Festival, you see right there the information, heat.com/Family Festival. You can still purchase tickets. Hope to see you out at the Kaseya Center tomorrow afternoon.
Hope it's after a win tonight against the we always look forward to enjoying the Family Festival with our team, with the great fans of Heat Nation that are fortunate to come out and enjoy with us. John, if confidence is fragile during a losing streak, how does an 8-2 start to the fourth quarter impact you? The Heat can't let it impact them negatively. They're down by 4 with 9.5.
Got to stay aggressive, but got to also be active in regards to their half-court offense. Get into the offensive that's quicker body movement, ball movement right now.
Reed committed that last offensive foul. He's got 9 threes in the game. Dunked it. Oh, he stopped on a dime and put it in. Just his second field goal of the game. The lead for the Houston Rockets to 2. 9 minutes left. Brendan Hamilton at center right now. Cancun on the bench for the Rockets. Van Fleet, 32 points. 9-11 from 3. Most threes by a Heat opponent this year. And right now, Johnny's exuding confidence. Drew a foul on Davion Mitchell.
Yeah, he's really completely in control of his game, whether he's getting to the rim or creating his outside shot. Mitchell trying to get physical with him. He's able to get to his body, draw the foul, and get to the line. Just 1 of 2 there this evening, but he's an 82% free throw shooter.
He had 4 triples in the first half. He's got 5 of them in the second half. Sponsor message from Morgan & Morgan.
We're the Morgan Boys. I'm Matt. I'm Mike. And I'm Dan. Our family has been fighting for families for over 35 years. So if you're injured, call Morgan & Morgan.
So Fred Van Vliet, his season high is 38 points. Missed that free throw right now. He stays at 33. A 3-point Rockets lead with 8:42 left in the game. I think he's only in 2 games this year held under double figures. Right now, just 6 points for him. Spill on the floor, and damn, that's down. And clutching at his left knee.
Oh, my.
Oh, heavens, no. Oh, Thompson landing right on Bam's left knee.
Hyperextended the knee when Thompson falls on it. How he was totally exposed at all 210 pounds, 215 pounds of Ahmed Thompson landing directly on the knee. Boy, I'm glad Bam is up and walking around right now. That could have been much much worse.
Van playing in his 68th game here in game number 70 this year for mine. Been an Iron Man. His game continues to grow, so does his leadership and his value to the franchise. Even in the midst of their longest losing streak since 2008, appreciate the captain. Does so many little things. Right now, he's number one in the league in box outs, 6th best screens assister, 7th in the league in defensive defense. Hero marking it up and in on the drive. First score of the second half, and his first goal since back in the first quarter.
I'm getting to that left hand finish soft off the top of the glass. The head by 1. 15.
And Lee taking a walk with him. Comes off the Adams screen. As Mitchell on his hip. Mitchell with the block shot. Quite a battle.
They didn't give up on the play. Van Vliet had a brief step on him, elevated, and Mitchell stayed with it, was able to compete on the ball here. Watch how he gets back, and then he goes straight up, so he doesn't create a foul.
Just love the slugfest between those two 6-foot point guards. Davion Mitchell of the Heat, Fred Van Vliet of the Rockets.
But there's a clock issue. Shot clock is low right now.
It's accurate. It says 3 with 8:04 left in the game. And Mitchell, progressing that shot, got a piece of it. 3 on the shot clock for the Rockets. Jabari Smith Jr. gets it off. And another offensive rebound for Steven Adams in the Rockets. Oh, wouldn't you know it? Jabari Smith Jr. tripling off the offensive rebound for Houston. John, that just continues to haunt the Heat here tonight.
Backbreaker on his good defensive possession. Closing it out. 23 second chance points now.
And mid-range bounce off. And trailing by 4 with 7.5. And Fleet on the move. With a foul on Mitchell, but it came before the shot. So the Houston Rockets tonight with 13 offensive rebounds, John. 13, resulting in 23 second chance points. They have been backbreakers to the Heat defense tonight. Ime Udoka's club, they won 41 and went 41-41 last year, 11th in the West. Here they are with 45 wins right now, have the second best record in the Western Conference. And they're trying to hold on to that spot. Ime said it before the game. He said, we know exactly what we're playing for. And I think what he was inferring, John, is wrap up the second seed and make it to the playoffs for the first time in the last 5 years in Houston.
Yeah, I think you're right. I like this substitution here, getting Andrew Wiggins back in the game. He need his offense right now.
And then Thompson with a pull-up, 12 points. A promising second-year player puts the Rockets ahead by 6 here on a keeper. And the loose ball comes down to Thompson. 7 minutes left in the game. Thompson banking it in. 2 scores in a row for Amen Thompson. And an instant timeout from Heat head coach Eric Spoelstra. A 16-4 Rockets run.
I told myself I was okay with my moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis symptoms.
With my psoriatic arthritis symptoms. But just okay isn't okay.
And I was done settling.
If you still have symptoms after trying Humira, Rinvoq works differently. Rinvoq is a once-daily pill from the makers of Humira that can rapidly relieve joint pain, stiffness, and swelling as fast as 2 weeks for some. And even at the 3-year mark, many people felt this relief. Rinvoq can stop joint damage, and PSA can leave skin clear or almost clear.
Rinvoq can lower ability to fight infections. Before treatment, test for TB and do blood work. Serious infections, blood clots, some fatal. Cancers including lymphoma and skin, serious allergic reactions, GI tears, death, heart attack, and stroke occurred. CV event risk increases in age 50 plus with a heart disease risk factor. Tell your doctor if you've had these events: infection, Hep B or C, smoked, are pregnant, or planning. Don't take if allergic or have an infection.
Ask your rheumatologist if switching to Rinvoq is right for you.
And take back what's yours.
Doug.
You'll be back. Emus can't help people customize and save hundreds on car insurance with Liberty Mutual. You're just a flightless bird.
The dreamer, Frank.
Doug.
Well, I'll be. That bird really did it.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty. It's a doubleheader full of fireworks. First, Jimmy Butler returns to Miami for the first time since the trade, and he's Stephen Curry and the Warriors. Bring the firepower against Tyler Hero, Bam and the Heat. Then SGA is putting up MVP numbers. And he and the Thunder bring the noise to Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, and the high-flying Kings. Only one way to find out. Tune in. Warriors Heat, Thunder Kings, Tuesday on TNT.
And tonight's fourth quarter follow-up presented by Ocean Bank. We present to you the best game in a Heat uniform for Andrew Wiggins. 28 points through three quarters. He scored 20 in the second period alone, his best scoring quarter of his NBA career. Fred VanVleet of more than matching Wiggins. 33 points, a season-high 9 triples for him, 2 away from his career-high most threes made by an opponent this year against Miami. The turnovers have been costly for Miami, so have the offensive rebounds for the Rockets. Rockets with 14 offensive boards, 23 second chance points, and here we are coming down the home stretch with 6:48 left, and Houston ahead by 8, which is their biggest lead of the whole game. Wiggins floated in, but missed, and the rebound of Jabari Smith. And really come again. Thompson on the accelerator for Ben Thompson. 16 points for him. That was a breakaway score for the Rockets. Bam got fouled. He'll get 2 free throws on the Corey Eason foul.
Thompson, so explosive. Guy just oozing athleticism here. Right off the rebound, they get him on the outlet. He gets right around the hero. Finishes nasty authority right there. Look at his head up there by the rim. Does so many positive things for him. 16 points, 9 boards, 5 assists. Just suffocating athletic defense.
John, the Heat being outscored in this fourth quarter 18-6. During the losing streak, Miami's been outscored in all 9 second halves. And it's 11 straight second halves that have seen the Heat come up on the short end of the scoreboard. Bam Adebayo, 4 points here in the fourth quarter. Got a dozen for the game. Heat is down 6-88, 6:15 left in the game. That's from a high post save there by Ware. Shot clock reset to 14. Rockets trying to make it 9 straight wins. And they started out great on the road, the Rockets. They went 17-7, then inexplicably lost 8 straight road games. But they've won 2 in a row since then, at New Orleans and at Orlando on Wednesday night. 8 from the shot clock for Houston. Jalen Green just 6 points in the game. That's Thompson for a long deuce. Rebound tipped in the air by Ware, taken by Mitchell, and a foul by Steven. Steven Adams acquired last February from Memphis for Victor Oladipo, who has not yet reclaimed his health or his NBA career. There's Steven Adams, 12th year out of Pittsburgh, a native of New Zealand. He was a rough and tumble competitor, known best for his first 7 years in the league with Oklahoma City. 8-point Rockets lead under 6 minutes left. Hero stutter stepping with Tari Easy. Shot clock's down to 3. Hurry up. And the air ball. John, that's why the Heat's fourth quarter 3-point percentage is as bad as it's been. It's the quality of the threes you get late in these tight games.
Well, it's not coming from driving kick where the initial penetrator is getting into the paint and kicking it out for an open three. These are the end of the shot clock. Totally pressured shot. Another forced turnover by Davion Mitchell on the ball. That's the second time he's been able to create a foul on the screen from Dylan Brooks. Here it is. Watch how he gets so close to Green here, fights over the top, and creates that extra lean in and hit by Dylan Brooks.
Hero, pump faking. Spins out. Well, the basketball gods still not smiling on Miami with a shot like that. 8-point Rockets lead. Easy. Pitching back to Brooks. Jalen Green. Cancun missing on the tip, and the Heat dodge one there. Here comes with 5 minutes to play. Trailing by 8. Where Smith Jr. bounces in for Khalil Ware, who now has 16 points to go along with 11 rebounds. Khalil has made 7 of his 9 shots. The 6-point Rockets lead. 4.5 minutes to play. Almost got it. And Ime Udoka wants a timeout for his Houston Rockets.
Khalil Ware getting a quality look inside here, taking advantage. Back down, getting to that right hand with touch. Heat closing, trailing by 6.
When you're a sports fan, nothing beats being there. And when you're with Amex Platinum, you never miss the next big moment. That's the powerful backing of American Express.
Good look at your item of the game tonight. If you like it, it's yours for $15. The Retro Heat Tee. Scan the QR code, purchase, and wear it well, my friends. Wear them well. The Houston Rockets this year, 4th best record in the NBA. Your Taco Bell take. The up and down road season they've had. Won 17 of their first 24, then lost the 8 straight. They've won their last 2. They're having an excellent season. Consider this. They're coming off their worst 3-year stretch in their franchise history. 17, 20, and 22 wins. Then they go 500 last year. They're 20 above 500 this year under Ime Udoka, trying to wrap up the number 2 seed in the Western Conference and the 4-year playoff draft. They're also trying to win their 9th consecutive game. The deflection, Cancun battling to get it back. Loose ball. Oh, it goes to Brooks, but the shot clock ran out on the Rockets.
Excellent job competing for that loose ball, making things tough for Sengun. They had to execute the inbound play, and Miami able to create the turn.
Been outscored by 8 here in the 4th quarter. They led by 2 heading into the 4th. Wiggins for Dan. This is the baseline trip. Cancun with a rebound. Rockets are plus 12 on the glass. Can't believe that to Sengun. Now Dylan Brooks missing the 3 and Khalil Ware with his 12th rebound of the game. That's his 10th double-double and his 2nd among NBA rookies this year and the 5th most for a Heat rookie ever. In the corner, wide open for Wiggins. Oh, he missed the gift-wrap 3, but it cut the lead to 3 with 3:25. Oh, those near misses. Timeout for the Rockets. Right now, every miss hurts for Miami. Keep on grinding. Trying to end the longest current losing streak in the league of 9 straight.
Connection. You know it when you see it. because it makes you feel or think or act. From the simple to the complex, down the block or across the globe, shot today or decades ago. Our imagery reflects the world as it is and lets us imagine how we want it to be. Make a connection, move the world.
Our next game for the Miami Heat, the Charlotte Hornets come to the Heat's house. You know, remind you what they did to Miami the last time they came here. They came and they won. Charlotte lost tonight, by the way, at OKC, 141-106. But they're fresh off a double-digit win against the New York Knicks, and they came to Miami a couple weeks ago and handed the Heat a stinger of a defeat. Be sure to tune in our Heat Live pregame show presented by Xfinity before every Heat game. Stream live sports with Xfinity. Bring on the good stuff. Charlotte, Sunday night. Right now, 3:20 left here in the fourth quarter. The Rockets with a 96-90 lead. They've outscored the Heat here in the fourth quarter fairly dramatically. 18-10 so far in the quarter. Heat going with